Hey guys, this video is basically going to be a tips and tricks video for beginners, beginning dread makers. I know it can be kind of like difficult when you first start out because even though the people who make YouTube videos are very informative, it's all in the technique that they're showing you and they're not really showing you what else to do with them. You know, like they're not telling you how much it's probably going to cost, how many dreads you can make, what, they do tell you what kind of dreads there are, but some of them don't explain them all the way. So this is just going to be kind of a helping video for beginners. First things first, what is a synthetic dread? Well, these are synthetic dreads. It's pretty simple. It's Kanekalon hair, and this is an example right here. And it's backcombed and sealed to form the dreads. Um, Now, first things first, what kind of dreads are there? Such as style, as that's what I'm referring to. This is called the transitional. If you look, it transitions in color. It goes from pink to purple to a blend I made. And if you don't know what a blend is, it's when you take two colors of hair and blend them together to either make a marbled hair or to make a completely new color. This is marbled, if you can't tell. Like if you look, it's pink and purple. It's kind of hard to see. Um, and then you have three color candy canes. Obviously, as you can see, it's three colors. It's blue, green, and white. Then you have obviously two colored candy canes. And you can get as many colors as you want in here. Like you can have a bazillion if you really wanted to. Then you have solid dreads, which those is pretty obvious. It's a solid color. Then you have spotted dreads. So it's basically like you take, I don't have an example, but you take the hair and you take a ball of hair and you take a felting needle, I'm pretty sure it's a felting needle, and you felt it into the hair, and when you seal it, it'll have a tiny little twist of color. Or if you add more, it'll have many twists of color. But basically that's what it is. Then you have knotty style, which are basically it's backcombed hair with hair that's inserted through it, so it's just a loose piece, and you weave it around it, and it gets really knotty and really cool looking. It was basically invented by LS7. Um, then, I think that's it. Then you have felted roving dreads, which these dreads are made from wool roving, and I've never made those. I want to try though because they're really, really pretty and adorable when they're done right. So I'll check back later on on that. So first things first, how much is this going to cost? A lot of people wonder this because not many people say. The hair ranges from about $2 a bag to $4, depending on where you're buying it from, what country you live in, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure in foreign countries it is more expensive. Like I know somebody who lives in Australia said if you go to an African hair store, you can't get it for less than $10. So there, that's a little insight for you. I have to order mine because there's nowhere around me that sells hair, and you almost have to order these colors because I've never found a place, even African hair stores, that sell these kinds of colors. They usually only sell naturals like blondes, browns, and blacks. So then you add all that up together, and you're probably going to wonder, well, how many bags of hair do I need? It all just depends on how many dreads you need, how thick you want your dreads, and how long you want your dreads. I bought 15 bags of hair, and that will probably get me 3/4 of a set. How many you need in a set all just depends on you. You may have thicker hair where you can get more dreads in, or you may want thinner hair where you have bigger sections. I'm a very big fan of hair that is packed to the maximum with dreads. I don't like it when they're big, huge sections like that. I mean, I only like it when they're like half as big and there's dreads everywhere. So that all just really depends on you. Now, a big thing you're probably wondering is, you've made your dreads that you've had for the day and you get kind of sick of it and you have all this hair left over. Well, what do you do with it? You have all this hair, and if you have learned this the hard way, you know that the hair it will get messed up really fast, and when it's messed up, it's really hard to work with. You almost have to not necessarily throw it away, but you need to say, you almost have to scrap it, for splash dreads or something because it just gets knotted and ridiculous. So what I do is I take the hair, the loose hair, and I make it into like almost a tie. I just put an elastic right here, and the elastics aren't tied, hard. It's looped around, so you can use the elastic later. And then I just hang them on a hanger. And even if they do get kind of knotted together, you take it off and you pull it away, and it's separate and it's ready to go. And you can just take this, pop it off, and there you go. Your hair is fine and ready to go each time. I have a couple hangers with hair on them right now. This one, sorry, there's a hanger connected to it, the old hanger. Oh crap, there we go. This one, it's just got some hair on it. You can put as much hair on there as you want. It's all personal preference. Or there's other ways to store them too. This isn't the only way. Another thing would be to learn how different types of sealing make different types of dreads. Most people have steamers. That's what they seal with, and I personally think that's probably the best. I don't have a steamer though, so I have to straighten with a wet towel and a hair straightener, which it was really hard for me to learn how to seal with a straightener. But my dreads now they're not, I don't know, I don't want to say comparable, but they're a lot better than what they used to be. One big, huge thing when sealing with a hair straightener or a steamer is when you have the dread twisted and you're sealing it, do not let it go until it is cooled off. It is not finished sealing until it is cooled. If you let it go beforehand, it will still be a dread, but it will be very loose. It will be very, kind of basically loosey-goosey, and it'll lose its shape much faster. A con to to sealing with a hair straightener is your dread, you can't really see it right now, but your dread sometimes turns out square because you seal along this way and then you seal along this way. So sometimes your dread becomes kind of square. But it should relax in due time. That is about all the tips I have for now. So I'll probably make a video in the future when I've explored this more. So I really do hope this helped you. Go ahead and leave a comment in the description letting me know what you thought, if you had these ideas before, if you have any more ideas, and I'd be happy to hear them. So thanks for watching. Bye.